did yesterday. The already know that guy is the guy who, when you try to give him solid, good information, he tells you I already knew that. I already knew that, but he didn't act on it. Uh, I laugh about that because me and another one of the security officers I used to work with a long time ago, um, he said that people always say that because they're trying to pose. They're trying to save face. They're trying to make you think that they know more than what they're letting on. And when the truth is, they probably don't know anything at all, right? That the information that you're giving them is new information, and that and that they try to lead on that. Oh, I already knew that, you know. But one of the things I learned a long time ago, and especially this is from my mentor, is you don't know anything unless you're acting upon it. There's tons of people with tons of knowledge, right, who have read thousands and thousands of books who are not acting on any of the information that they read about. There's tons of people out there who know everything it takes to become an entrepreneur, but are afraid to act on what they read about. So consider them knowing nothing. There are tons of people out there who who read relationship books, who read marriage books, who read all of this material on how to achieve the life that they want, and they're still living a miserable life, guys. So uh, this is important. Knowledge is important, but implementation is more important. So you guys got to learn to be good implementers. Implementers in everything that you do and everything that you talk about. If I'm talking to you guys about doing podcasts or how to do podcasts, I'm doing podcasts. If I'm talking to you guys about how to do YouTube videos, I'm doing YouTube videos. This is what I'm doing, guys. So if I'm talking to you guys about writing books, I've written a book, and I wrote two books now, and I'm working on the third book. So this is how we do. We implement, and then we talk about it. We don't talk about it and then implement. Okay, so that is what makes it impactful in people's lives. You say, hey, this is what I've done. I see, guys, I open up my laptop. I got the nice glow all over me on my YouTube video. But when you begin to implement on your life, right, then you'll understand what you're willing to do for the future. Because talking about what you're going to do for the future, it's not going to get it done. It's the implementation process, right, of where when you feel that tug, that pain, that fear, when you're trying to make something work for you, to make something happen for you, it is when you go through that then you'll understand what you're willing to do for your future and what you're willing to push through. You have to start to act and move toward the future, move toward implementation of things for the future. I talked about writing a book for years, right? I actually have another book that I've written like almost 150 pages for, and that book never came out. I never did anything with that book, right? That book still sits on my thumb drive today, right? And I won't even name that book. Maybe one day I'll decide to go back in and rework the entire book. But it was a murder mystery novel, right? To say the least. And I probably talked about writing that book, and I look at my notes, and it's probably about 10, 15, maybe even 15 years ago I started that. And I talked about it, did not implement. Okay? Now, the next thing is my top 25 mistakes en route to the good life. My first edition, as I tell you guys all the time, my first edition, it was awesome, tons of material, but from an author standpoint, it was for the trash, right? It was for the trash because it was tons of information just bloom out of my head onto the pages, and I spit it out, and I got it out. But I implemented. I got it done. I put it out there. I put it on paper. I wrote it out. I put it on Amazon. I put it out there for the whole world to digest and to see my implementation, right? And then as I read it and I went back and I went through it and other people read it and they gave me their opinions on it, I reworked the book. I reworked the book and I put it out once more, second edition. And the second edition is better than the first edition, you know? And I'm still working on becoming the best author possible, but now my first action is implement and put it out there as opposed to talk about and then try to implement. It's a whole lot easier to lead with action, guys. I'm just a firm believer in leading with action and implementation as opposed to talking about it. You know, you can talk your way out of a lot of things, guys, because when you begin talking too much, what happens is fear begins to set in and it stops you from moving forward. So, listen, guys, it is about to storm out here. I got birds flying over my head. It is awesome, though. And I just wanted to tell you guys, thank you for checking me out on my nightly podcast. Make sure you go over to Amazon and purchase my new book, second edition, Top 25 Mistakes en Route to the Good Life. I am still waiting for Audible to give me the thumbs up. Go ahead. I did launch my my audio book. That's right. I put an audio book out on Audible, and it is me. It's not no manufactured voices. It's me. You may even hear my dog barking in the background. Who knows, right? But I'm gonna have that on Audible really, really soon. So I'm gonna be running the deal on that as well. So stay tuned for that. Guys, I'll be finishing up my third book, which is my top 25 mistakes mental questions. This is the questions that move my life forward. So I'll put it out in some form, a little small ebook or something for you guys, little giveaway, right? Little small book giveaway to you guys for you guys to digest it and enjoy it. So that is it for today for this podcast. We're gonna get out of here before the rain comes down. I got another alert on my phone that it is supposed to pour. So you guys have a great night. Make sure you guys go over to Instagram, right? Check me out on Instagram as well at lieutenantsalblue.com on Instagram. I'm going to turn off my video right now because it is dark out here.